The TK Tower channel with November 2016 03 and now Digimon times 4. Well, here it is. Sad to say, this will be the last Digimon Heroes video on my channel ever. And you know what? This is also my last time playing it. Because, like I said, I'm very sad to say Digimon Heroes is over. Right now, the recording date of this, it's December 28th. And this game is shutting down in just a couple days. Let's go ahead and grab these free things while I'm chatting a wee bit. This, I remember this game first appeared on my channel 2 years ago for the second Digimonth. They came out like a week before the second Digimonth, so that was nice. I was able to include that in that, and there's been a couple Digimon Heroes videos since. And this isn't anything in particular. This isn't an egg opening. This isn't tricks. This isn't TK tries. This is just, hey, this is where I left off. You know, let's. I just kind of wanted to talk about where things ended for me. And so we're gonna start on the first screen here, the battle stuff. Missions. Let's check out the missions real quick. Forget daily missions. We got the real missions here. I didn't. These are the things I didn't do. I thought Infinity Tower was kind of boring. I never got to level 15. Hard drives. I mean, at this point, I could do this because as it's been winding down, as it's been reaching its last days, they've just been giving you a ton of free stuff. But I didn't want to use that free stuff. I wanted to kind of preserve where my progress was. This unlock 1000 Digimon from collection, that's not so much the case because they sort of made a whole bunch of stuff available at the last minute, which I was taking advantage of and enjoying collecting. But I mean, look at all this stuff I did. That upgrade 50 nature Digimon using Digivolve. That was probably the hardest thing to do because I don't know. I thought it was just oddly specific. Why just nature? And sometimes when you complete an achievement, you get a similar one to replace it, and the similar one didn't pop up. It was just 50 nature for whatever reason. Yeah, there's complete all trials, restore at least 500 HP, a lot of easy stuff. Complete 365 daily special events. So of course you had to complete these events in the middle here once a day for an entire year, at least. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. I don't think. Well, maybe I got 150 before they started giving that stuff away. Flash events. I actually just finished that one recently while the game was on its last legs. I just had one more to go, and it was the same with the restricted race events. I had like 2 more to go. And what they did, they made it so all the events were available, so you can go back get all the ones you missed. Because of course they rotate through these, and they're there for a little while. So I didn't do Demon because that requires a certain Digimon to even do damage to them. But I did everything else except they added one at the very last minute here. We just keep scrolling. There's this Monzemon one. I have not completed this one, and you know, I don't think I will. I think I'm done. Finished at level 240. Pretty proud of that. I have a shit ton of bits. I had a shit ton more, but in the video Kim and I did yesterday, I wanted to see how high you could get the wheel, like spending money, because it doubles every time, and we got pretty high, and I spent a lot of money just doing that. I actually didn't even reach like a maximum, just kept going until I was like, you know what, I think I'm going to need some of these bits at the last minute, so I didn't do that. Digimoney, I did have a lot saved up, and again, that was in yesterday's video. And then you have these events that were a little lengthier. I did all of these. I wonder if they added a new one here like they did Monzemon. Let me take a little peek. Nah, they did not. Oops, I didn't mean to open that. That was a mistake. Coliseum's open. This must have just opened today. But I'm not too interested in Coliseum. I was for a while. And then you have the race restricted events. I went through the trouble of doing all these. There was, like I said, there was 2 that I hadn't completed, and then that got me the achievement. So that was kind of nice. It was a bit of a pain in the ass assembling a team for the ones I missed. Of course, I finished all the trials. We're up to number 9. That's of course one of the first things you do. The Aegeomon quest, they actually added. It was before the game had announced it was shutting down. They just got as far as this one here, and then they added a whole bunch more. They, I guess, like doubled the length of it. And this one says coming soon, but let's be real. There's only like 4 days left. I don't think it's coming. I don't think it's coming at all. I don't even know what this last one's about. Oops, I accidentally clicked that. I didn't. I don't care. I'm done with this game. I didn't even end up getting all the different Aegeomon evolutions because I just kind of didn't care. If we take a peek over here at the shop, you can no longer buy Digigold. They disabled that at the end of November, and of course you just use free tickets to buy things. You really don't need to though. I think on Christmas they gave you like 10,000 free tickets, and like at least 1,000 each of just a bunch of different things. Why don't we pop over here and just do one last free egg? I did an egg opening video yesterday, like I said. Oh, that's not too incredible. A little anticlimactic. But if you want to see a bunch of eggs, Kim and I just talk over that. We talk a little bit about Digimon Heroes. As you can see here, 10,000 free eggs. They just kind of gave that away. But I got a lot of them. I got a lot of these. A couple flash tickets. I'm missing a couple of those, but that's whatever. I really wanted to get as much as I could, and I feel like, you know what, I did. I did a pretty good haul. Trick or treat. I don't know why that's even still around. Nobody has these tickets. Green tickets, tower tickets, friend points. I only missed a couple there. Not much here. Let's hit on that Digimon box. Team, of course, I did end up buying all 5 slots, which seems a bit pointless because, I mean, you can change these at any time. I just, I also didn't even end up using this one. I just kind of liked having it. I didn't like changing it up. You know, it was a little ease of life thing. Training zone. I took everyone out of the training zone because I thought, why spend your last days training? Everyone take a break. Items, of course. I'm gonna skip Digimon box real quick. There's a ton of these. I guess, yeah, they gave you 60. If I were to log in every day, and I did not log in every day this month because I've been playing Digimon Links a bit. I'm even bored of Digimon Links already, but I have a ton of leftover capacitors from all the different events that was happening. Burst capacitors, yeah. Again, they gave away 1,000 of those. They gave away a whole bunch of stuff. Now we're on the collection. I think I did pretty well. 924 out of 1,041. I got a whole bunch of reds here. Let's just take a quick look through all of these. Oh, all the items too. Every single red-based item I got. That's pretty cool. Well, that of course includes all the different chips and stuff. I'm missing quite a few Digimon, as we can see here. Oh, got all the blue items eventually, all the different shards and chips and the little booklet thing. The Digimoney and the premium flash tickets unlocked access to all the legendary rares and SP pluses. So if you just really hammer at those, you can fill that out. But of course, there's a couple like this Ikakumon and Togemon over on the side. You're not going to be able to get those now. I don't super know how to get them. I guess maybe if I got the Gomamon, you can open up that wiki real quick. I wonder if this is even still active. Oh yeah, I guess it is. Is this how I would have got that Ikakumon? Yep, it looks like it. And that's how, and from there I would have got a Zudomon that I didn't get. Look at that. I had that Gomon at some point, and I just didn't evolve it. But that's whatever. That's all in the past now. Let's move on to Darkness. Not as much Darkness filled out up top here, which is unfortunate, because I really like the Darkness Digimon. I like evil stuff. It's cool and spooky. All different items there. Last but not least, Holy, which also has a lot of cool monster designs in it. Darkness and Holy are just always a lot of cool designs. Didn't get all the items though. Too bad. Let's set up ranking real quick. I guess at the end of it, my rank was 624. I think that's pretty dang respectable. 924. I noticed one thing. I was looking at this earlier. This Chrissy bees up here. Level 315, that's pretty cool. This guy has 1055 Digimon unlocked. 1055, huh? There's only 1041, so that guy maybe was a developer, maybe was cheating, maybe has some exclusive stuff that doesn't appear here. I don't know, but that's pretty cool. Good on you for doing that. Well, let's move on to what I have at this very moment. Let's start with red guys. In the last bit, as again, if you check out that video, I got a lot of legendary rares. I saved up my Digimoney for a long time, intending to do a really big, cool epic eggs video, and then the game was gonna be over. So I'm like, all right, let's just spend it all. I got War Greymon, legendary rare, another War Greymon next to that, which is the X antibody version. One of the versus Gaimon versus Samamon, that's very cool. Megamon X antibody, Greymon versus Scar Greymon. I think that was an easier one to get. I had limit broke it 3 times, so I'm assuming it was. I think it was one of the green tickets ones, friend points for a little bit. Shine Greymon versus Craymon's cool. I like Shine Greymon. He's probably one of my favorite designs as far as Dragon goes there. And this one I want to know. War Greymon versus Black War Greymon. Let's keep War Greymon's pose in mind there as we go ahead and check out War Greymon versus Mugandramon. It's the same thing. It's just shrunk down and moved a little bit. That's a little lazy, but it's whatever. They're still really cool images. Then we got Omegamon versus Omegamon Sword. That's a cool picture too. The versus ones are pretty cool. The X antibodies are cool too. I like that they just have gems incorporated in them, which was kind of a theme in the movie. And then this very strange Omegamon Alter S. And I know these were a giveaway thing. This one that's locked, I think, was just one I actually earned myself. And I kept a couple that I just kind of liked, or had some significant purpose. Like this was part of the Adiomon events that I worked kind of hard on. I kept Kaiser Greymon because I just think he's cool. That's all it comes down to that. At this point, it wasn't even about abilities. It was just like, I just want to have ones I think are cool. I think Megadramon's really cool, and I like his designs, and I think he just kind of looked chibi and cute in this picture, so I kept that. For whatever reason. Black War Greymon's also another cool one. Voiced by Steve Bloom in Season 2. This isn't my particularly favorite artwork of Rise Greymon, but that's also a design I really like. So I kind of kept that one. Omegamon's pretty cool, but that's whatever. Dorumon is another cool one, because I really liked the CG movie, and I really like Dorumon stuff. There's going to be, so I worked towards getting that. That was pretty tough to get. This one, of course, if you're going to do the race-restricted events, you want to have a good leader that turns as many cards as you can into red, and that was this guy's job. He's an alright guy. Imperial Dramon, Dragon Mode, still, of course, pretty cool. Ancient Greymon, that was another good one. He was, changes value of all cards to 9, because if you want to abuse the 9+2 trick, you gotta have one of those guys in your party. Agnimon or Agunimon, again, another one of my favorite designs. Let's take a look. That's a cool picture. That's really great art of that guy. I like Chaos Dramon, but I think this art of him made him look kind of goofy. I kept it anyways. And then we've got Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode. It's also a cool image. Slayer Dramon, he was just on my team for a long time, and you'll notice that he's the only one with a rune equipped. I never equipped runes. My plan was to eventually have 5 legendary rares of each kind, and never got to that. But Slayer Dramon, he has one because I felt like yesterday I decided I wanted to award my favorite ones. And Slayer Dramon, because he was just always the leader of my main party, he was awarded the rune for red guys. There's more Kaiser Greymon, because again, he's just cool. One of the first guys I ever bursted was this one, this Agumon Hikase. And you're probably thinking, wow, what a waste. Why would you waste the burst capacitor on that? Well, I had been playing this game since it came out, and a while ago, well, God Rarity guys were pretty dang good. They were pretty dang good. I no longer have it, but there was a War Greymon of a similar rarity. Came with one of the things you could buy for like $6, and I bought that one, and that really got me through a lot of the game because it was very powerful at the time. Madleom on armed mode. That was another one I bursted because I had managed to get an abundance of him, and I thought he was really cool. Didn't use him a whole bunch. Digimon can just go fuck off. Who cares about that guy? I don't think there's anything else in the reds. Just a bunch of all this stuff that I didn't earn, that I didn't want to use either, because I didn't really earn it. Let's hit out blues. Check out these legendary rares. We got Beowulfmon versus Duskmon. I think that's I think this is the one you get in friend points right now. Why don't we take a quick peek? Because friend points, of course, is the easiest to get. Oh yeah, that's one of them. The other one is Junimon Hysteric Mode. I don't know why I opened that, because I haven't. We're going to get to it soon. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. Dukemon's pretty cool. And we had Dukemon, or Medieval Dukemon. That's also a pretty cool image. More Omegamon, because I feel like there's an Omegamon of each kind at least. Metal Gurumon X Antibody is also really cool, and I like that it stands like it has a human shape and he's just covered in guns. It's a little messy, but it's cool. Beelzemon has always been a favorite of mine, so I wanted to get I kept the X Antibody. I thought it looked pretty cool. Not as cool as his basic form, which is right here. And it's cool. Beelzemon's cool. I cosplayed as Beelzemon. Of course I'm very fond of him. Dukemon X Antibody, that's also a really cool one. I like that they incorporated a lot of X Antibody stuff into the game. It kind of just like showed up in a wave. Because I feel like that movie's definitely underrated. Chaosdramon, like I said, is one of my favorites, so I wanted the X Antibody, and that looks rad as heck. That's really cool artwork. I'd get a poster of that. I'd get a poster of a lot of these. I know this is a lot of the art's based on a card game, or collectible cards, or what have you, and I'd like to get a whole bunch of them. They're pretty cool. I skipped that Mirage Galgamon because that was whatever. Bagramon I bursted because that was a really good one. He would appear on the weekends on the wheel, so I want to get that one. Of course, Shoutmon times 7's cool. A lot of the Shoutmon designs are cool, so I have a couple of those. Rapidmon Armor, I think I was... yeah, the green one is the one I was working on more, because this one was going to replace Bellstarmon eventually, because it had the same abilities but was stronger. But I never got around to completing that. Alphamon again, Alphamon's one of my favorites, so I was very excited to have this one. Never got more than one though. Cyberdramon is also very cool. His wings are radical, they're all webbed. Looked kind of rotting, I like that. Cool design. There's more Dukemon. Darkdramon's cool too. Not as cool as the rest, but I like them. This Alphamon I was pretty proud of, despite it not being a great rarity, because around when I started the game I had a Dorumon, and let's open up the wiki. Let's go back, a little blast from the past here. I remember this was one of the first ones I actually reached the mega level with. I got that Dorumon, and I was very excited to have that. And again, this was back before, when I was low level, things were not as easy to get. So it was a bit of a climb. And this isn't the X Antibody version. That's Greymon there, Greymon, Alphamon, and then Alphamon SP. And that was another one I kind of wanted to burst, but at the time that was just so much work. I didn't want to keep going through that. Another Shoutmon times 4B. It's really cool. I love that design. Of course, I had to get my favorite Royal Knight that wasn't Alphamon, because I think Lord Nightmon's radical. It's just this pink goofy design. Nightmon's whatever. Of course, Beelzebumon. He was an important member of a couple teams for a little while. Bellstarmon, as you can see, this one has the rune. I awarded Bellstarmon the blue rune because she was just always on the team. Bellstarmon was, because I definitely did the brute force 9+2 trick all the time. My team was pretty much just 2 of those. So we had like 2 people that would put it to 9, and then 2 people that would increase it by 2. And Bellstarmon was always there, just always on the team right away. Limit Broker bursted it, and yep, so that's the blue award there. This Machine Dramon I was pretty proud of, because that was when the Demon Beast event happened for the first time, and I wanted to get a couple of them because I thought they were pretty cool. All right, let's move on to green. Let's get going here. Mervamon, and I always thought that this was just changed to Minervamon in English, and I think there's a bit of confusion there. This one's Minervamon, and it's pretty much just kind of like a little girl version. And I don't think the people that translated the original Digimon English knew that, and I don't think there's an actual difference when it comes to the English version. But anyways, yeah, that's Mervamon, the adult woman version. Algamon's pretty cool. That was the final boss guy of the season 5 movie, which is a pretty good movie. Rosemont Burst Mode, really cool design, really cool pose. Grandest Quagmon, also a cool design. I like that that insect eventually evolves into a human shape. Shutamon versus Brandamon, because I think Brandamon's really adorable. Shutamon's pretty cool too. It could have been better art, where you can see more of Shutumon, but yeah, they could have actually been versing instead of just posing together. Leviamon's stupid, I don't even know why I clicked on him. Rosemon X Antibody, again, that's a really cool design. There is better artwork of that coming up soon. Then there's Duftmon, if you like that. Regular Rosemon, that's another pretty cool picture. I think the bust is a little too in your face. Not a big fan of that. Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of having a bust in my face, but as far as artwork goes, the Atagaramon. This one was going to be awarded the green legendary rare rune, but because he was kind of always there, but I'm gonna get to that. Mermaidmon is also pretty cool. I'm a fan of the lady designs. I think they're cool. I don't like this one though. I think again that bust is just too in the face. Not a big fan of that. Ravemon's cool. Dianamon's a cool one too. Well, I like her boots like that. This is the better Rosemon X Antibody picture. You gotta appreciate the design a little bit more. Lilymon X Antibody. It's very similar to regular Lilymon, just a little changed, a little cuter. Fairymon, again, is that's another one of my favorites. There's a different Fairymon, though. We'll skip that. Well, actually, I'll take a peek. There's Ranmon on her own. It's without Shutamon. Covering up Ancient Irismon, because, of course, you have to have one that changes as many things into green as you can. This one's also cool, Bancho Lilymon. That's a cool one. Odd that it has a regular human skin color. And this was the one I had awarded the rune to, the regular Fairymon. When the game started, the blast of wind that's just going right by her crotch, that wasn't there. They censored the artwork. It was a little too sexy, a little too risque. But the reason I awarded Fairymon was this one was crucial in PvP for me, because I was using the 9+2 trick to just sort of finish the match as quickly as possible. And in higher battles, you would receive a lot of damage. So in just 2 turns, I could pretty much keep myself alive by having only brown cards appear next, as well as recovery amount increases considerably. That was just good to maintain full health until you're ready to unleash the attack. So that's why that one was important to me. Moving on, let's quickly move on to yellows. Yggdrasil 76, that's one of my favorites because I think it's cool. I really like the idea of Digimon that don't have Mon in the name. It's just kind of like a god creature. I worked really hard to get the original one, because I didn't realize that at that time, like the events that were on at the same time, if you used those Digimon against it, they did like double damage or like quadruple damage or something, and I didn't notice that. So I worked very hard to get just one. Jupitermon Wrath Mode, that was just part of the egg opening. Then we have Junimon Hysteric Mode, which is very similar to this one. Was of course the easiest to get, because this was just the free tickets legendary rare, so that was really easy to limit break. Nothing too impressive there. All Force Featuremon X Antibody. Not too crazy about that design. It looks a little too messy. Susanomon's another cool one. I was really jealous of people that were able to get this one fully limit broke, because the ability is really incredible. The leader ability, that is. Every time I saw someone with him as leader ability, I always chose him as a partner. Dukemon Crimson Mode, of course, is also really cool. Big obnoxious wings taking up all that real estate. This one was another one I really liked because, like I had said, I really liked the movie. the CG movie, so I was pumped to see this one and get the Alphamon Oryukin versus Death Exmon. This one's also another really good one, Oryumon, just kind of like the other one that I had in red, but this one's only in red. And of course you have the two different versions, like Sequoiamon, Miko, and then it's kind of like a alter ego Kuzuhamon that's just a purple version. It's cool. Slash Anjumon, really strong one. And of course Dynasmon was also that was the yellow I used for a while because it changed all cards to 9. That one was part of my team quite a bit. Again, there's Minervamon, the one that I just thought wasn't separate. I like that one because it's cute. Kept some of the Chaos Mons there, all their arm, and then just the regular one. And also had just another regular one. This one was easier to get. He was awarded the yellow one because I don't know. I just found that when it came to race events, you generally want to have a leader that changes everything to that color, and I feel like he was just the best out of those. So this one wasn't awarded to someone that was just there all the time. I kind of awarded it to someone that just a little particular. Shoutmon DX is also cool. I think the last one really worth checking out here is Kinkakumon, which I looked up because when I had unlocked these during the egg opening video, I was like, I've never seen this one before. What's it from? I was trying to find what other media it was in, and it's just in this game. Last but not least is purple. Magnekinmon versus Bellstarmon. That's a cool legendary rare. Cool to see the Bellstarmon art flipped 90 degrees. a little lazy, but it's whatever. I don't care for that one. Lowemon's a pretty cool guy. Oh, we gotta load that artwork. That's a pretty cool picture. A little common too. I think that was a Flash Tickets thing or something. Of course, gotta have more Beelzebumon. Blast mode's cool with the wings. Not an awesome picture. I like Megidramon a lot too. For some reason, I don't care too much for this artwork. I like seeing his whole body because that's kind of, I just like the whole thing. Omegamon's Wart D is pretty cool. A little too thin, but I see what they're doing with the concept and I like it. Another Beelzemon. There's a shit ton of these guys. I feel like a quarter of the darkness guys is just Beelzemon. Oh, look at that. There's another one. Another blast mode. That's cooler, right? I like that one. Get a picture of the whole body and then the gun right up in your face. Apocalypse is another one of my favorites. This one's cool because it shows off his whole thing instead of just the body up top. And I think, was that the one that Digivolves? Oh no, maybe that was, I'm thinking of something else. But there was another, during the Demon Beast event, you would get an Apocalypse. Anyways, I'll interrupt myself real quick with another Beelzemon X anybody. And you would Digivolve it into this form, which, a little better view of the body up top. But that was part of the Demon Beast one. I was really, really happy to get that, because I worked hard on that one. Death X Doru Goramon, because again, I like the movie. I like Dorumon. Dorumon's my favorite rookie, by the way. Devimon's whatever. Gengakumon's pretty cool. It has Gengakumon riding inside of it there. Again, that one only appears in this game. It doesn't have any other media-related things. This was another one of the Demon Beasts that I was pretty excited to get, because I really like Millenniumon. I like his scary-ass design. And then, of course, when it re-released later, you could eventually get this version. Because the first time it came around, you just had the 3 that you could work on. Chimeramon, Millenniumon, and Machinedramon. But the next time it came around, you could actually fuse all 3 into this one. And I like Zeed Millenniumon a lot. I think he's really radical. It's a bit of a plain design, but I just really like the idea and the lore behind it. It's super powerful, so I was really excited to get that one fully limit broke. This Devitamamon, that a shout out to Rob, because that's the one he likes. Rob's not really a Digimon fan. He just likes things with a lot of eyeballs on it. And he's like, hey, what's that one? And I told him, he's like, alright, I guess that one's my favorite. Rob's a simple man like that. I guess last is the friends list. This is pretty much the end of the video. A lot of people were adding me close to the end of the game. I've got more ads in the last month than I have in the last year. I don't know why people are just adding me like crazy all of a sudden. A couple friends tried to play the game. They tried it out. Didn't last as long as others. Ah, there she is. Mooper. That's my girlfriend. She was also playing. She's at level 196. She was playing it pretty much every day. Can I click on her? Can I look at more details? Oh, I'm just looking at her. Yeah, I guess I did the awarding thing with her yesterday, so she awarded that as her blue. And I guess that's it. I guess that's just it. Digimon Heroes has been fun. I played it since it came out. I spent roughly $30-ish on it. I don't regret it now that the game's ending. You know what? They can just have my money. I was happy to support Digimon. And I'm happy to play Digimon Links, even if I am getting a little bored of that. I think if Kim gets into that after Digimon Heroes, I might pick it up again just to have battles with her. But you know what? Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Digimon stuff. All this month to celebrate Hacker's memory. Digimon Heroes is over, but it lives on in all of us, in our hearts.